Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. Got something new over here, but we're not going to check that out until later on. And my containers just got here. They're in the box. So I got to get ready for those. Wide screen when I pick it up. It feels like it's going to be light, but it never is. All right, so I'm going to put my new screen. I don't want to wreck it. I'm gonna put my new screen here. This is something new we just developed today. And then we're going to come over here and get set up for this demonstration over here. I just finished my outside, just containers are already here, and just finished working on my outside. Oh, I can't wait. I'm doing a movie out here tonight. Definitely gonna be out there tonight on a 135 inch. So anyway, we got some gray paint over here. We made ourselves. We didn't know it was nobody's paint. I don't want anybody going into a little frenzy and start carrying on. This is gray and white paint mixed together. And we're going to basically paint a screen with this and see exactly. And we're going to also be using this for our outdoor setups too, to show you that why we feel that black screens are more superior. We're going to be actually taking that outside too. Now, even though we do make a gray screen paint, and even though our gray screen paint does have a coating on it, has coating on it that basically does something a little different than the average gray screen. It pulls a contrast level and better color. Still, we don't advise you to use those outside. I mean, you can if you want, but you're just going to get a much better image from the black screen. So let me go over here because I got to take all those containers out. I got to lift them up and put them on top of my kitchen counter to get those orders taken care of for the customers. Let me get set up in here. Oh, that's something new. That's some new technology. I told you we have 21s. I tell you we have 21s. All right. So let me get this situated first for myself. I'm testing this one outside too, so that one's I should paint half of that, half and half and half. This is all half and half and half, all the way down the side. You do those two. I need to go. Trash. Three more. I'll make that four. On there. Alright, that's that done. That's taken care of it. Rest of this can go over here. Wash my hands again. We got more box. Alright. I can't even mess with the new screen. I gotta wait to do this first and I can go play with the new screen. I'm not gonna play with the new screen right now. But we gotta wait on that. Alright, let's get our projector set up here. We got a black screen already painted. It's already painted up. I think I'm gonna do the 21 on a 600 by 800. 21. Now, we already advised you from the door that, and I'm gonna show you why. Even with my own stuff, because like I said, our ultralight screens, we tested these already against other products, and our ultralight screens can pull contrast levels, which we'll do that again if you need to see a recap on that. I forgot we can't test this product anymore. I'm not saying we can't test anymore, but we decided to lay off a little bit, because as long as you don't do no more fake reviews and dumb nonsense like that, we won't be testing you again to 21s, because we got a bunch of them downstairs and they're ready to go. So yeah. All right. So what we have here is basic white and gray paint. That's all it is. Driver went down and picked me up some supplies. That's what we got right here. This is versus Black Nova. So we're going to do color, we're going to do contrast, white levels, everything. We're doing a lot of these demonstrations outside on bigger screens too. And we got to do the white screens, because most screens, like I said, for most screens you're going to run into outside for your outside hookup are going to be white. And I can show you right there where that's going to be a big mistake. Majority of my customers right now that are buying paint from us, they're buying Black Novas because they plan to be outside. Well, who wouldn't want to be outside? Cooped up in the house all day long, set up a nice little theater system. We're going to spend a lot of money. And go outside, pop some popcorn, and watch your movies. So I went out there and got my carpet and everything ready. So I can go out there and enjoy myself. We need to paint half of that. That's it. All right, so let me get you guys over there so you can see what's going on. So what we're going to do is this is a Nova, already painted. We're going to smear some of this gray paint on it. So you can see, I don't know where people, I don't know, I don't get it. When people think a gray screen is going to be better than a black screen, that's not going to happen on no level whatsoever. Black screens pull. Well, look at the OLEDs. That tells you right there. You get your TV set versus an OLED. Matter of fact, everything now has OLED technology embedded into it. Everybody wants jet black monitors and TVs and everything else. That's what they want. Even our gray technology that we developed can't even hold a candle to that black screen. There is nothing we have here that can hold a candle to that black technology. That screen produces a 100% contrast level. What are we coming here for? What do we need? We need to prop the stand. That's what we need. So we got a section on the website that we're setting up on our gray screens. Now, if you're one of those people who likes those higher white levels, then guess what? We have gray, like I said, we design everything. So we got gray screens that can pull that high white level like you like, that you want. But keep in mind, for those heavy contrast levels, you have to have a darker screen. This is the reason why when you go to companies like Elite Screens, DMP Supernova, any one of the big companies, they're not going to charge you the same price for a darker screen. They're going to charge you for a lighter screen. A darker screen is always going to cost you thousands of dollars right from the door. It's the lighter screen is going to be less money. Any screen, the lighter the screen, the more cheaper it becomes. The darker the screen, the more expensive it becomes. Now, if you don't believe me, go do your research. Go find out how much DMP Supernova Infinity N-Blade Dark Star 9, that Parallax, that dark screen at 8.0.8. Even Optima has a black screen or a gunmetal screen. Black Diamond. Find out how much your screens cost compared to a white or gray screen, how much it'll cost you. You always pay more money for the darker screens. Let me get something to take that out. Oh, I forgot, we got a bunch of frog tape. Woohoo! That's a really bunch of frog tape. Now, my screens are different colors here because I have them here on display. When I get done finalizing the paperwork for my new home, every last screen I will have in my new house will be black. Every last one. Even outside. The Novas basically are the best of the best. All right, so let's get some of this gray in here. You don't really have to make it look pretty. Just paint one side of it, that's it. That's all we need right there. Kind of told y'all that from the door when I said that the Novas are, nothing in the house can hold a candle to a Nova. Because of their black levels. They're so high. Interesting that when I do this because, like I said, I've done this already so many times before. But I do this just to show people. We test our screens against certified screens. This is everyday house paint that you get over at Home Depot or Lowe's. We test our product against high performance screens. Why you have to do testing behind your product. If you don't do testing behind your product, put it this way. If anybody tried to make our product, you would have to pass every single test under that product to prove that you made it. And the tests that we put our screens under are very brutal because when we bring other people's products down here, they don't even pass. They can't even get through any of the tests that we do. But our screens can get through no problem. So, if you don't do any of the tests or any testing at all on your product, then pretty much anyone can mimic it and say, this is what it is. That's why, when we had that incident about him making our products, and we sat there and said, okay, you want to make products? We give you permission to make the exotics. Make every last one of them. Make them in the timeline in which they were made, and have them pass all their tests. None of the demonstrations were done. If you don't run those very same tests yourself, then how in the world are you going to test somebody, try to mimic somebody else's product if you don't run those tests? There you go. I'm looking at this, I'm going to tell you right now, this little job right here with this mixture we just made right here ourselves, this looks a lot like, and I'm going to leave it be, but it looks a lot like a personal. And it does. It does. If I didn't already give my word already saying that I was not going to mess with his products anymore, as long as he stays on his side of the fence, minds his own business. If I did a matchup, that'd match. That would match. I'm not going to tell you what was put in it, and I'm not going to tell you well, actually we didn't even measure it. We just dumped a bunch of stuff from one end to the next. That's it. We didn't measure exactly. Didn't measure anything, just dumped it in there. That's all we did. See if we can get a little bit more even. More heavier pen on this side and get a little more even on this side. There we go. But we're not gonna, like I said, as long as he minds his own business, no more of those fake reviews. You don't have to worry about me putting your screen against this because this looks a heck of a lot. That's what I think it does. That's some thick paint in there. Something. A bit of thick paint. It is. Thick paint in there. Yeah, it looks like a lot like one. Yeah, right now. Because you don't do any testing, ain't nothing really there to confirm whether or not it's a match or not. I know y'all itching to have me do that side by side. I'm not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. We made our own, like I said. And keep in mind, he does not own the rights to gray paint. That's another bogus, stupid lie right there. But we don't own the line to every black screen. We don't. Only thing we could do is show how ours is different from everybody else's. That's what we can do. We're used to that old paint now. We're done on that. I looked up. These are the same demonstrations we're going to be doing. Ordered another paint sprayer. I got a Wagner 590 coming through because we got to coat one side of an inflatable screen with gray, white, and black. So we're going to be doing those demonstrations too. Mostly on white screens because that's all that's out there. When it comes to outdoor screens, every screen out there is white. I don't know why, but it is. I'll tell you right now, if you're using a white screen outside for your home theater setup, I'm sorry, but that is a complete fail. It is. I don't care how powerful your projector is. That image is not coming up for jack. I don't know if you're using that 43. So I'm not bringing it up. Which one of these is which? Oh, I want to get paint on my theater couch. Favorite couch. See which one we got here. Here we go. Oh, come on, get up with the tape. Now, that side to dry. Remember which one is which. I always get my controllers all mixed up. There we go. Nope, gotta bring a little more. Still siding out that frame. There we go. A little higher. And get this tape off my stand, which is driving me crazy because every time I got my stand down, it sticks to the floor. All right, there we go. Let's go over to white screen. There we are with white screen. Now, from there, let's go over to, and like I said, it doesn't bother me because I can see you have to have a certain tone in your white level. Red screen. She's asking for something else. Blue screen. We're going to need that on a bigger scale. Why do we always pick up the wrong remote control? I got 5 or 6 remote controls in this house, and I still pick up the wrong remote control. But you set it in the other room. I don't think that's going to be on a big enough scale. We're going to have to put it on 100 inch in order to get what we want out of that. This is too small, too tiny. Let's go over to, switch over to my colors. We're going to have to put it over. Yep, see how it's not even picking up, it's red. See, can't see red, can't see color. That sees color, that's red. But we need to put it on a bigger scale. Let's paint, oh, I hate to do that too, because that's a very expensive projection screen, but we need to do it on a 106 inch screen. All right, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna bring out, I gotta find the screen anyway. We're gonna bring out the 106 inch Elite screen. I'm gonna paint this. Maybe we can paint my screen. At least we get it to dry fast enough. Let me see, what am I looking for here? I'm all over the place. Get the big screen up there. We got second over there. We got to pad the bar. That's what we got to do. The bar's got to be padded. That's the problem. Pad that bar. No marks in the back of my screen. So what I'm going to do, because if I'm going to put this on my website, I need an official size screen. So we're going to paint the 100, because I got to do it. It's going to be going on a website. That's not going to work. I'm not posting it on my website. If I'm going to do the screen side by side, I'm going to have to go with the 106 Elite screen. That way we got plenty of room for side by side. All right. Let's go with this one first. It'll make a difference which one we use. The black here. La-di-da. Nasty. Make sure I wipe down my edges because I don't want any cross-contamination with the rollers. One's going to be gray, one's going to be black. I don't want any cross-contaminations. There you go. What I'll do is I'll start my line right here. Paint the whole entire screen. Right up in here. Please want my socks never stay clean. All right, there we go. This side right here. go. I'm not going to leave the middle piece green, but I'm just going to get this one side over here. And then whatever's left, I'll put a little frog tape on that side and paint in the difference. That's all. Maybe I'll get my corners good on here too. I think I painted this screen about maybe 10, 15 times. I painted over this screen over and over again. I don't know how many layers we got on here. Just to let you know, if you put too many layers, I've done a screen with 30 layers on it, you will crack your screen, literally. I've cracked the screen before. As a matter of fact, I'll show you. I got one downstairs, an Elite screen, and I cracked the screen from actually painting it too much. One of the sample screens. I actually cracked the screen. It gets like a piece of wood, and I went to go pick it up with that bar in the middle, and I pressed against it and cracked it. All right, that's done. I'm gonna swap my rollers out. I'm gonna pull up the gray. Same thing like motorized projection screens. Yeah, I think you could do about 3 or 4 coats on a motorized if we can jam the motor. I jammed the motor too. Done that one too. You gotta know what you can get away with. So then, I want to see what this looks like while we're doing that one. This is a new technology that we have that we're working on right now. I want to get a chance. We'll do this one next. Look at this one real quick too. That looks really nice. Look at the red on that one. Woo! Man, check this out. Real quick, we got time to get to that. I usually like do 3 or 4 of these different ones over and over and over again. See how bright that stuff is, making the camera flicker. We're just gonna pop. This is a 21. We're just gonna play around with it just a little bit. So 1% 21. Let's move it along. That screen's only 1% finished. It's not even done yet. This is all test. Beautiful, isn't it? 1% done. That's it. Still has room for improvement. All right, let's get back over here and let's finish what we got to do over there because that's going to be playing around outside. We don't do the ambient light rejection test for that screen inside. They're done outside. All right, let's grab some of this gray over here. Let's get started on this side. There you go. What's a messy day today? It's always a messy day for me. Can't believe I'm putting gray paint on my freaking screen here. And it's disrespecting my screen. Especially when it's not coated. It's not a code. It might be from the can. We're mixing our paint up. I told you we just took some scrap paint. There's some stuff we had laying around downstairs to make this stuff. This reminds me of, hold on, let me put this up in the trash real quick. Those of you that weren't around when they had the DG737 projectors, there were these Chinese projectors that came over. They were actually pretty good. They weren't 1080p, but they're actually pretty good, and everybody had them. Everybody had them. But at that particular time, you know, majority of most demonstrations that were done on YouTube were done with the lights out. People had these projectors, and you know, you didn't see a lot of demonstrations with ambient light projection technology. None of that stuff didn't even exist. That's when Grey Wolf was the black diamond of projection screens, if you remember what a Grey Wolf is. But anyway, they had this paint out called YouTube paint. And I guess it was somebody, I don't know who made it, who came up with the idea, but it was some fellow who came with the idea. And he made a gray projection screen paint using stuff that you can find over at Home Depot and Lowe's. And that's how that got started, with the YouTube paint. But you had to use this up in the dark because this stuff did not have a problem with, like I said, if I was in the dark anyway. But at the particular time, this stuff was pretty good. And then you had Screen Innovation came along with that gunmetal screen, and that took everything out. That took everything out. And at that time, I was developing gray screens. I was developing gray projection screens at that time. But when that black diamond came out, well, that was the end of it. That was the end of it altogether. There's no way in the world you were going to compete with that, with a black diamond. I think they were the first ones that started using that form of reflective material. They were the first ones that were using it. And I remember the demonstrations. I remember he would come out there and he would take this little square sheet and he would move it back and forth around the screen. And anywhere that little screen would actually show up, that screen would light up. But the black diamond had a flaw in it. We found it. And that's why when I post that little document of us in Screen Innovation way back, where their attorneys got involved with us because they stated they didn't want us testing our products anymore. Yeah, that mess. That's why I laugh when I see people doing reviews, and we got companies like Screen Innovations that we have letters and documents from them telling us that our technology is of their interest. That's what's interesting. I'll post that document link below down on our Facebook page. We can read to that document. Yeah. Sure enough, Ken, read that document. Let me get the 21 out of the way. Let's move. Oh, by the way, let's see something real quick. See how dark that screen came up, correct? That's how light 21s are. They're light and they can pull up heavy contrast levels. That's the interesting thing about that technology. We don't have to make that technology dark to pull up a contrast level. All right, so let's get this one up on the wall. Always got something interesting we're working on. Can you imagine If you had a white projection screen that can pull a contrast level just as heavy as a black screen, is that possible? Then again, we do have blue and different color screens, so anything's possible. What is he saying? What is he hinting? What is he telling us? Is he telling they're working on something new? Who knows? Who even knows what we're working on? What are we working on? Who even knows? It's a very heavy screen. An easy screen to lift up. But that is a heavy freaking screen. For a screen that's supposed to be borderless, I think it weighs quite a bit. Let's give ourselves something to stand up here. Now, I'm going to have to dry the screen out. Black screens come up dark as they're wet. So let's get ourselves a fan. And I'm going to have to even that out a little better because, like I said, I need that for demonstrations for the website. Let me see. I need to get the stand for the projector. My screen, I gotta get it dried. And we'll start our demonstrations. Let's start off with first. That's the screen for us to be even. 4K fish. And my line's a little crooked there. There we go. Put on there for right now. Let's get myself a fan to dry out. Jumped into a car, stolen over. Test this one out a little better. We're just going to go back downstairs with that thing is. This is one in the trash. Cool. See if you can test some colors out. Blue screen. So I grabbed the wrong remote control again, did I not? Yep, I did. Alright, let me check on the remote control now. Look at that, that fast, that quick. Oh, here it is. Blue screen. Told you. We got our colors here, right? We have our colors here. Oh, that's my family right there. Colors are not coming up correctly for the other screen. And as that screen starts to dry, it gets brighter. This is why you got to calibrate. Even with gray paint, you still got to calibrate. I'm using a 4300 Lumen Crystal. I can swap it out for the 38. There's no way in the world you are ever going to see contrast on a gray screen. We have technology under the ultra lights and they can pull contrast levels. But next to a Nova, no. Nova will turn that screen into a white sheet of paper. How about this? How about we're going to take this out and I'm going to go get my, I'm going to swap that out for my ViewSonic projector that has a 22,000 to 1 contrast. Maybe that'll change the difference. And this is what I'm explaining to you. With a P2 with a 1,000,000 to 1 contrast, you can't pick up a contrast level. If you could, he would have did that Starfield demonstration many, many months ago when we first requested it. We could pull a Starfield demonstration on our light gray screens. Now, they might not be as heavy as the Nova, but they can still pull a contrast level. So we'll take this out, this projector right here, and we'll swap it out for the 720p 22,000 to 1 contrast ViewSonic. I really want to see the rest of my screen all black. Giving me a freaking nightmare. I'll tell you right now, this projector right here, quick shut off. Right now, I gotta wait for my Chrissy to shut off. I love my Chrissy projector, but man, that thing takes a while to shut off. This thing, the minute you can turn it off, done. Done and over with. And it's still waiting to be shut off. This thing shuts off faster than my ViewSonic projector on the floor. And that one was $1,200. This one was only $150. Still waiting for it to shut off. Still waiting for it to be shut off. This is how long it takes to shut off. You know why? Because I'm suckers, the lamps heat up really, really hot. Venue projectors, lamps heat up a bit. There we go, just shut off. Chrissy projector off. Where's my, I gotta prop this up in the back. This doesn't have lens shift like the other one. The other one has lens shift, the luxury of lens shift. This one doesn't have lens shift. Oh, this was in 235.1. I think last time I used it, I had it set up for, the other screen. So we gotta take this out of 235.1. Nope, not standard. Let's bring it back. 235.1. There we go, bring it up to 16.9. There we go. And we can adjust my focus a little bit in there. That's another reason why I like this projector. This projector got a 235.1 setting already in it. So this projector right here is 22,000 to 1 contrast. 22,000 to 1 contrast does not pick up on a gray screen. So they don't like that. When I switch over to a 22,000 to 1 contrast projector, the reason right now, it's 22,000 to 1 contrast. Where's your contrast at on the gray screen? Nowhere to be found, is it? So that means the money you spent for your projector to have that 10,000 to 1, 20,000 to 1, 50,000 to 1, can't even see it. Pretty much kind of like you bought your projector, but they cut it in half and gave you half of your projector. That's what you got. Because the screen is what makes the projector. Without the screen, your projector is pretty much useless. Now, gray screens will produce a tad higher white level. Yeah, that's what they're designed to do. They'll produce a high white level. Other than that, their contrast levels are so low they can't pull up proper colors. Make sure we got our remote controls here. Oh, finally we did get the remote controls right. Now you see how my screen's finally dry now? See how bright it is when it's finally dry? There you go. Now we get to have some fun. That's what we play with first. Let's get the white levels first. Because like I said, gotta Gotta show you that. I think I'm gonna keep my screen this way. This is gonna be my demo screen. I'm gonna keep it this way. Look at that. Look at the difference in that right there. Get up close so you can see. See the difference? YouTube, when it displays, is black. See how that comes up on the screen? See the difference? See how the colors pop, look more better? Let's go to our white levels first, because I expect it's going to have a higher white level. White screen. There we go. There's the white screen levels. Now, let's go switch over to some colors. There you go. Can't see color. That's not red. So the first thing you do is when your colors come out washed out like this, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to basically start darkening your curtains. You know what I mean? You're going to get some darker curtains because your colors are not coming out right. And if that doesn't work, then you're going to have to basically change the lighting in your environment. And if that doesn't work, then you're going to have to calibrate your projector because you got to make up for the color loss that your projector can't put out because your screen can't make it up. See how the color still stays washed out? No matter what color we choose, it still washes out. Now, let's see. Let's go to 4K demonstrations. I still got to paint my 235.1. That's got to be painted. I'm turning that one into the gold, that black gold Nova. That is definitely turning that into that. Why is that black gold Nova? Let me get over here a minute. To the back of that horse, that's black. That's not black. See the background? The background is supposed to be dark. And the horse is supposed to stand out from the background. That's how OLED displays are, showing different levels, shades of black. And here, it's faded here because it's gray, and the horse is actually gray. For example, this is supposed to be black in the background. This is an OLED display. That is not how an OLED displays. If you bought a $15,000 OLED and it came up gray in the background, I bet you $100 you take it back to the store and get a new one. See how the red is faded out here? Look how darker the red is there. As the screen came up so dark, you wouldn't be able to see the individual flowers in the background. The same as you can see the flowers over there. Let's see. Here. As I said before, the only thing that a gray screen can pick up is always going to pick up a slightly higher white level. That's it. Can't pick up contrast, can't pick up color. But our white levels on our technology, or like I said, are always going to be, when it comes to black screens, they're always going to be slightly darker because it's a contrast screen. But as I said before, it's not going to be so dark you can't see the screen. People said they're unwatchable. No. LG, Beta Fish.
Getting that from YouTube.
Because if the screen was too dark, then that means you wouldn't be able to see the bright colors on the screen at all. 22,000 to 1 contrast on my projector right now. Where's your black background? It's supposed to be a black background here at all times. Yeah. Oh, hold on for a minute. Battery's dying. Pick this up. Test that, there's 21's gonna be tested outside today. So we can get that approved, and advancement approved. Maybe, add in some of that sun killer technology with it. So we can advance those a little bit more. There we go. Better. Right. Okay. This one. You gotta be kidding me. I just plugged you in. How you need power? Want your power? Alright, charge is acting funny. It's telling me that I'm not plugged in when I'm actually plugged in. Let's try this one again. I think it's time to buy a new charger. Sony 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
Right, so we're going to test this one outside today. Ooh, 21. Why does this thing always stick at something? I can't seem to take it on the trees. Oh, wait. Okay. Ugh, drop stuff. I don't know how y'all deal with these things. 22,000 to 1 contrast, not even picking up. At all, period. It's downstairs in the wash. The other one's coming up on the screen. That's absolutely horrible. That is absolutely horrible. Here's my coffee. Ugh. Almost $300 frame screen. Where's my it's over here. Good. I think y'all might be able to see that from there. Yeah, you can see that from there good. I gotta keep my charger in. Hopefully I got enough to finish this out. I should have enough. Yeah, that's enough right there to knock it out. back up. Guess they don't open it up. I would too. If I was cooped up all day long on a bike, I'd be out there riding around too. Instead, I had to convert that back. Yeah, that had to be changed back over. I don't know how y'all deal with that in gray screens. No. And this screen's wet, that's dry on that side. That's how your screen is supposed to look, not that washed out gray. Good gracious. Yeah, I'm looking at that like, yeah, I spent all this money for this screen. And have it coated with that mess? No. Let me see, with my fan at, so I'm gonna drive my screen up. Problem is, colors are washed out, that pop is not even there. The only thing the screen was able is producing a good white level, of course, because they're lighter gray screens. But other than that, like I said, you have to have that certain tone. Them colors have to be there. That contrast has to be there. If not, your screen looks like it's faded on one end. And that's what it looks like on the screen, like it's actually faded. I couldn't take that. I had to go paint my screen back over again. .4K demonstration. Yeah, I couldn't deal with that gray. I don't know how y'all do it. I'm not saying, just saying y'all. I'm just saying people. Just say people. I don't know how people do it to have gray screens. I don't know how they do it. Because just everything is just thrown off. And the sad thing about it is, a lot of people think they're actually seeing the real picture from their projector. Not even close. You're not even close to seeing what your projector is supposed to do. As I said before, you might as well just basically give them the money and have them cut your projector in half, because that's pretty much what you're getting out of it. Now hopefully if the weather plays right, because like I said, our weather around here has been a little funny. It's that kind of do you feel lucky weather. Because usually sometimes in the morning we start off, everything's good, then the temperature drops like crazy. Or then we get basically good weather and then it rains like crazy. So hopefully I got everything set up outside real nice. The weather stays nice. We can go out there, check out the 135-inch Black Nova. And we'll take half of the Elite widescreen and drape half of that on there. And do some demonstrations off that. That's nothing good I want to show you in the demonstration too. As I said before, black Novas, darker screens that we develop are not going to have the same white level as a gray screen. Like right now, the black Nova is not going to have the same white level as the ultralight screens, the gray. They're going to produce a higher white level. But when it comes to colors, when it comes to contrast, the blacker screens are going to be able to outperform those particular screens. It's just basic common sense. But like I said, and campaigns thrown out there by other people by saying that, oh, black screens are so dark you can't even see them. Yeah, sure. Because if you couldn't see it, then you wouldn't be able to see it. And like I said, we can develop everything. If a dark black screen is not to your liking, then guess what? We have gray screens too. I gotta start cleaning up in here a bit. This is a bit messy back here. Try to keep my area a little straightened out. Here we go. Good. I'm not going to see that. I'll put it here to review it for you. No problem, no problem. Thank you. No problem. You have a good one too. Bird food is here. Yeah, I get to feed my birds. I love feeding my animals in the morning. The unpettable pets. Why you call them unpettable pets? Go back there and find out. See how unpettable they are. Late at night, we get Foxy Brown. Those are the foxes that come to the house now. Since I've been feeding them, I got more and more coming to the house now. I'm up to about 6 foxes now that will come over to my front door and eat and feed. And they won't eat for me. I can't give them food. I don't trust them on that level. I'm not trying to get murdered. But other than that, I can feed them. They know where to come to get food now. That's why I call them the unpettable pets. Them, the raccoons, the skunks, and the possums. I gotta basically set some cameras out there, get my camera set up out there, and show you some of the stuff that comes up on the porch at night. It is really interesting. I might put a fox den on the side of my house, like an area where the foxes can go and chill. Because I got high bush back there, which is really nice for them. You know, they can go back there and just chill and lay down and relax. I got high hedges around my house. Just got to remember where those suckers are when I take out the trash. You don't want to bump into them. Pettable pets. Yeah, I got my squirrel food. He ran out of squirrel food. Now to get back to feeding them. Now we should be good. Turn it down a little bit. One of the messier demonstrations I ever did. That's the first time I did this one. Paint half the screen gray, come back to the demonstration, go back, paint the screen back to the original. It's to show that you're not going to miss your white levels or none of that whatsoever, but you are going to gain contrast and you are going to gain color. My screen's a little wet in here. This area's right there, and your screen's wet. Beautiful Women 4K. Oh, they're gonna butcher that. They always do. Yep, they butchered it. Well, not too bad. Not too bad. Let's go with that 4K. 4K. I don't know why, but you know, you see TVs, they're 8K. The freak is running an 8K application? Really, like seriously. What are you really going to be running in 8K? A special select featured. I don't know what you'll be playing in 8K. I really don't. There we go. Now we went from, like I said, painting this to gray next to a black screen, using just some basic gray paint, showing you where you're going to mix your colors and contrast. White levels are going to be there, yes, but you're going to mix your color and contrast, but then painting everything back over to black again. And as you can see, the screen is not so dark you can't see it. White levels are fantastic. Oh, I can't wait. Now imagine looking at this at 135 inches outside on your deck. That's why I can't wait to get outside. Got the Amazon Fire Stick running outside. Woohoo! We watching me some cartoons tonight. Definitely get a popcorn maker. If it's not too cold on Halloween, I might go out there and watch the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. This Halloween, I'm going to watch the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. Make some Halloween cupcakes, stuff like that. Oh yeah, go out there and watch the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. That'd be nice, yeah, outside. That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be so cool. I got a big heating blanket, nice heating blanket inside the house. Bring that outside, bundle up real warm. Oh man, yeah, that'll I'm definitely gonna do that. Some ginger snacks, apple cider. Oh yeah, man, put a couple Halloween pumpkins up there. Yes, that'd be nice. That'd be really nice to do. If we had COVID, I could invite the little ones over, which would be really nice. The rest of my screen can dry out on its own. Let's turn this off. Get this unplugged. Put all this back up. Let that run. I think I'm gonna do my screen on Monday. My big screen over here. I'm turning this one into a Nova Gold or Nova Black Gold 17. This one I'm gonna turn this one to the screen right here to 235.1. I'm pretty beat. I don't try to push too much, so I think I'm gonna paint that on Monday. Yeah, I'm gonna do that one on Monday. Yeah, because all my tracking numbers are out. We're going to be shipping out, like I said, some of the orders went out today. The rest of the orders are going out on Monday. So if you still have time now, if you want to put an order in, you can actually have your order shipped out. We have plenty of containers, which are good. The containers got here, thank goodness. So we can put your order in and get you taken care of for Monday. I'm kind of hungry. I don't think I even ate anything. Oh yeah, I did. I ate like a 5-year-old. I had Pringles and apple juice this morning. It's kind of sad, but it's true. Try to bring it back a little farther so we can actually pull it back a little farther so we can basically hit the whole screen. See what else we got on here. Oh, magnificent colors. Let's see. Let's go with LG snowboarding.
Getting that from YouTube.
And while I get this stuff cleaned up in here, because my place is a mess right now. Well, not too bad, but it's there. Do I shut the roller out? All right, I gotta go check my rollers real quick, see if I got them all washed out. Okay, the bright demonstration on here. Whew. Ooh. Check that out. Like I said, product's easy to paint with. I mean, you see how I painted half of these screens in? Really doesn't take much. Just paint the screen, that's it. Dries in no time and you're done.
With Canva, anyone can create, customize, and share a design in just a few clicks. Start designing for free at canva.com.
Woo! So I think we're done about right here. How the fun I could have with this right here. Oh, real quick before I go out of here, I'll show you what that solution for this weird thing. This is the 21, so 1% of the 21 done. Sorry about that. Put you over here on the stand real quick. We didn't get a chance to play with that too much. Maybe later on today we'll get a chance to toy around with that. There's the 21. At 1% done, still has a lot more improvement to go. Better look at there. It's just a small sample sheet on it. I just did this one already. The door doesn't count because there's light hitting the back of the screen, so that doesn't count at all. It has to be sitting right there in the line of the door in order for it to count. That's how I do my when I do ambient light. This is not an ambient light demonstration. It's too dark in here. These things are designed to be outside. This is just to show you the screen that's being used on a projector that's only 800 by 600 res 720p at SVGA. This is how well that screen performs. At 1% done. It's nowhere near completed. It hasn't even breaked anywhere near 5%. Nowhere near it. This is the first beginning stage of a 21. Can we get done with these things? Oh man, I told you they're going to be monsters. Still a lot more work to be done with it. Cancel. Something else I wanted. I want to see. Let's clear this out. No, I guess that's my fault. Let's put clear. I put search. I want to see under. This is what I want to see. These things are going to look like 720p's look absolutely insane. You see how light the screen is? So this stuff is a kind of a weird reverse. The screens are light, but they produce extremely heavy contrast levels. Keep in mind, we're only at 800 by 600 res. That's it. This is going to be a good improvement. I mean, there are a few things we have to add to it, but this is going to do quite well. When that screen is viewed, it has to be viewed all the way around. So it doesn't become dark or anything like that. Now it's sitting in the door doesn't affect the screen. And I'll tell you why. The door, we don't consider that to be ambient light from the door. Because when the light comes in, it's hitting the back of the screen. So that there's no credit there at all, period. We can't say, oh, it's taking on light from the door. No, that'd be fake. It's not taking on light from the door. When it comes in, it's hitting the back of the screen. So there's no light actually physically touching it from the door. I just got it set there because that's the only place I can sit it at the time being, because I got the other screen behind me. That's why when I do demonstrations, I lay it this way, so when the light comes in, it hits the side of the screen. All right, so those are the 21s at 1%. What does a 21 look like? That's a 21. Told you. What's the weirdest thing you ever seen in your life? That's that screen in there right now. That's turning all those different colors, turning black and all that. Yeah, those are 21s. Oh man, I want one of these. I do want one of these now. Well, I got one. I got one right there. Just got to figure out where oh, I know where I'm gonna put it at. I know exactly where I'm gonna put it at. I mean, this is from my office screen. Yes, sirree. I'm gonna take down my acoustic screen in my office and put this one up. This is the reason why I can't make up my mind on which screen I want, because I keep swapping them out for something else. I cannot stop looking at this screen. Oh man, 1%. This is the reason why you're going to see products missing off our page. We already have enough. I told you we already have advanced technology already ahead of time. We already have enough right now that I can wipe everything off my page right now and start off with all 21s. There's 13 of the 21s. Just think, no 4K, no 1080p if you don't want it. You don't have to have it. Because majority of most companies will tell you, oh, you have to have a 4K if you're going to get the best viewing experience. That's all a lie. There should be choices. Some people can't afford a 4K. Some people can't afford a top of line 1080p. So what about them? That's why we have this. We have a technology we developed allows us to be able to make 720p's look incredible. So if you can't afford the top of the line, you still get an amazing picture by using a 720p projector. I'll tell you right now, I wish Screen Innovation would throw their hat in the ring. We got something downstairs designed for them too. We got something built for everybody. Told you we've been busy. We've been busy working on me and God have been busy working on some incredible stuff. I told you we've been working on some pretty crazy stuff, and I've been bringing this thing up 21. Yeah. Like I said, the whole purpose of this technology is so that people don't have to spend all this money for these overpriced, expensive projectors, because you have to have them. I'll tell you one thing. I don't mind the hatred that I get off my demonstrations, it don't bother me now. Because it knows that I know that I'm ruffling feathers. Whether it be corporation, whether it be hobbyists, I know I'm ruffling feathers. It doesn't bother me one bit at all. Not trying to be rude here, but it puts a bit of a smile on my face. It does. It actually pushes me to work even harder to develop even more advanced technology. It never discourages me. It just makes me work even harder. And God's just going to keep advancing my technology. And just when you thought the 17s, or to the naysayers who thought the 17s were something, I told you that we have stuff that we have worked on and developed that puts us years of advance of everybody else. You've never even seen the screen before, never even seen the technology on it before. Only spoke of it a few times in videos about a 21. And here you are looking at it right here at 1% using a projector that's below average and producing an amazing image. So if you're worried about the 17s and now you know that the 21s still exist, then what else do we have that you don't know about and you've never seen before? Or the stuff that we're working on that you don't even know exists. That's why I said that the time and effort that you take to pretty much try to belittle what we do and destroy what we do doesn't faze us at all. You only know what we tell you about. As for the big companies out there, yeah, for what's coming up, we got stuff over the 21s that are much more advanced than this. I really would be shaking in my boots right now. I really would be. The only thing that keeps me from being in their backyard is having big enough contracts. But like I said, I got something coming in real soon, and that's going to allow me to be able to leap over your fence and sit right in your backyard real soon with this technology. And maybe something a little more advanced than that. And the best thing about it is my customers get amazing technology and do not have to spend an arm and a leg for it. It's unlike these big companies out here. I'm not in it to basically charge $5,000 and $6,000 for my technology. Just, I haven't had pizza in so long, it's not even funny. Yeah, that stuff doesn't bother me. Ugh. Oh, I'm gonna look at the whatchamacallits real quick on here. I want to see something else. I like these videos right here. So what else he got? He's working on. He hasn't told us everything. Nope, I haven't told you everything. There's a whole lot of crazy stuff we're working on. If you only knew. If you only knew. Some of the stuff that God's already told us. Ideas. I got stacks and stacks of books upstairs of ingredients that I haven't even had time to even start working on yet. There's just so much. So apparently this is going to have to be painted onto a bigger screen now. I'm going to have to figure out, oh yeah, we just use the one behind me, the one we just painted black. We just coat it into this stuff right here. So let me see. I got to make a quart of this downstairs tomorrow. Well, I don't work on Sunday. I forgot it's Lord's Day. I'm not supposed to do videos either. I've messed up a few times and done videos. I'm not supposed to be doing videos. I'm doing nothing on that day. So Monday, I'll make a quart of it, and then we'll basically apply it to the screen behind us, and then we'll have this on 106 inches to play around with. Now when is it coming out? No time soon. It's only 1% done. It's not even finished yet. There's a whole lot of improvement it can take right now. There's a lot of improvement I can do to the screen right now, to the product right now. Oh, that's a serious look. Oh. Oh. Turn this head around. Wouldn't you love to have the ability to turn your head that way? I mean, driving would be a breeze. You just turn your head around, come back around the other way. I love owls. Unfortunately, I don't have any of those in my backyard. Yeah. Just gonna do stuff real quick. Let's do this last one right here. I'm gonna go make myself something to eat, and I'm gonna go sit out on my deck and relax, because I usually never get a chance to be out there. I forgot to add one thing. 21s are a little different when it comes to application. This stuff the liquid is thin like milk, but you can roll it on with a net roller. This screen was actually rolled on. It was never sprayed on. You see how thin that liquid is that's in there? Usually when we have screens like that, they have to be sprayed on. This screen was actually rolled on with the paint roller, a nap paint roller. So if you're not handy with the paint sprayer, you can actually roll this screen in. Something new we added. Well, it's been a real interesting demonstration. We got a chance to paint a gray screen over a black screen, then a black screen back in again. And then we got a chance to check out and get a sneak peek at the 21s. All right, well, with that being said, thank you all for your time. I'll probably I got to do a pre-recorded demonstration for the website because I got to fill up those spots in there. So I'm going to be outside today on deck doing some demonstrations, from there. But other than that, thank you for coming in and checking out what we got, what's going on. And I have to go, and God bless. I'm